Well, good morning. How you doing so far today? Is your day just kicking into gear? Are you already in the throes of it? What time is it? So anyways, it's your daily insight on life and love for January 21st, 2021. And it's also timeless. So if you're catching this at any point in time, what's in the reading might be actually going on in your life. But if it isn't, you can either enjoy the show and just be around or you can let it fall away. But my email address is provided in the description, numerous parts. You can always book a private session with me or find me on any social platform and do the same. Crazy sale that has been continuous. It's actually expanded since, the holiday season. So it includes all of my services. Ask what I provide and what might be right for you. Are we ready to kick this into gear? Are you ready? No, actually, pause this. Go get either your coffee, your tea, or your water. We're going to hang out for a minute. I'm not kidding. Go hit pause and then come back. Okay. So I assume that you're hanging out for a minute. So if you're new to the channel, it's sometimes entertaining here. Go ahead and hit the bell for notifications. I'm not messing around. This is what we're looking at. Yeah, I know, right? Not right or wait today. We're not kicking off with that. But it was in the mini read, so stay tuned. So this is Wisdom of the Oracle from Colette Baron Reid. Love that woman. So it came out like this. Okay. Are you feeling like underaccomplished? Are you feeling like you're not doing enough? Why are you working so hard for this right here? I always hate this card. Like, I have a personal vendetta against this card. It did nothing to me. But I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, all that's glitters, that's gold. It's even worse in reverse, in my opinion. I hate this card. So anyway, I'm seeing that it feels like it's like you're scrambling to get so much done when there's really nothing to get done, and that's giving you an even bigger sense of their laziness or feeling unaccomplished. It's frustrating. I got it. So what I'm seeing here is the time for a nap in the orphan. I'm getting pulled to that old quote. If you want something right, you got to do it yourself. How's that working? Now, I get some things in life are absolutely necessary to do on your own, not as you're lonesome, but more like to establish a form of independence. This is saying, all right, yeah, independence is great, grand, and wonderful, fine and dandy. However, can you please put that on the back burner and your need for overly independence, and please reach out. This is a spiritual connection. It doesn't have to deal with a person, but there are resources coming in to help you, and it's to help you build a foundation. Spirit is, God, almost to the point of, stomping on your head with this one. Will you please pay attention? I'm trying to put in the people that you need in order to fulfill this situation and have this outcome that you want, which is probably something that you're a little bit too control freaky with. And I got that completely. So this is saying, I know you never really want to hear about just letting go and letting someone step in. I'm not even going to say that right now. I'm saying let people in to either help with fresh eyes or do whatever they can, provide however they can, and let go of this set result. This set result, while it's probably magnificent, or magnificent in your view on the end point, to be so, bent on having this, it's kind of silly. What's trying to come in, what could be added into this situation is so much better than what you are being so dead set on. And it's really you being stubborn. And I love you dearly. However, this is not a time for that. We got to learn how to bend. Look at this. This is talking about you being too rigid. Why? I want to get to the why of you being too rigid. You rigid. That's what I said it. Oh, God. One of my favorite insults is cotton-headed ninny muggins. From Elf. There's literally nothing bad about it, yet it sounds so insulting. Love it. I love how that movie is like this unspoken classic. It's Christmas time or holiday season. We're watching Elf. All right, you want something done fast. God, all of these little mini readings were talking about short term or trying to do something, cutting edge and really fast and avoiding anything long term right now. This is going to take time to grow. This is an awesome new beginning. It's not going to be as fast as you would like. So many things are just speeding past you. Life, spirit, whatever you want to call, is telling you to slow down, sit down, shut up, enjoy the situation, enjoy the fruits of your labor. So, why? All right, I'm being pulled to shuffle some more. If you don't, enjoy the fruits of your labor, calm the heck down, and just try to be boom, 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 go, 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 because this is consistent growth and going. But this is saying there runs a chance of you actually completely missing the boat of importance on this entirely. And also you kind of building up pressure, almost like a pressure cooker, getting to your boiling point where you will snap. And maybe snap at the ones that you love or the ones who are important. I'm going to backtrack right now on what I just said. Your loved ones are important. Aside from the loved ones being important, regular, not so intimate people in your circle having just as much importance, not just as much, another kind of importance. There you go. Look at this. Okay. I don't think that you can juggle everything at once. And I think that that is why you're seeing like it all has to be done now, kind of like it's bottlenecking in your life. I feel terrible, but this one's standing in front of all of its wands. Like it has to defend it. You don't have to defend your actions. I think that's why you're trying to rush through so much of this one, because you feel like you have to defend something, or this is all these watchful eyes watching you, judging you, just picking apart every little piece of this. They're not, but that's an insecurity that you're feeling. You're not being lazy if you slow down a little bit. I actually want to see who put this stupid thought in your head that you were lazy to begin with. And I'm actually being pulled to the mermaids and dolphins. So hang on a second, eh? All right. So, time to move on. Okay, great. Simplify your life. God. No, not God's, doing this to you. No. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and say your environment. I know how silly that sounds, but really that's what I'm getting. You are working beyond your current environment. Now, this may be peers that you grew up with. Maybe you are still in the same town, or maybe you guys are all friends on social media and somebody's having to, either one-up somebody that they grew up with to prove something. I don't quite understand why, though. So this is saying, all right, you're all having a na show online. And just how good everybody's doing in these crazy times. Everyone's putting on a front with this one. Don't buy into it. So this is saying, no, pull out of that stupid game. All it's doing is burning you out. All it's doing is painting an even bigger illusion than what's really going on in these personal lives. Can I ask why you are even friends with these people online? Because it doesn't feel like there's a lot of relevance to who they are in your life. I'm not telling you to drop anyone. Just saying, are you friends with them because you're friends with them? Or are you friends with them because you were friends with them? Or maybe you feel obligated because you knew them at an important time. Just the why. You can keep all of these people. I'm not suggesting otherwise. I'm just saying, let yourself bloom and blossom into this magnificent creature you are, and not do it as a showmanship for anyone else, because there feels like a hint of that underneath all of this. And just be that boss that you are. So it does feel like peer pressure. Okay. I almost dropped a bunch of the cards. Okay. So, your emotions are getting in the way. Look at that. I love the butterflies. I'm such a sucker. I love these things. So, you're not quite sure what to do. Or, you know, it looks like the, when I was talking earlier about the shortcuts and not sticking to anything long term, I do feel like that's being involved in this part of the reading. And it's the fastest outcome, and it's really emotional for you. So it's stuck. Do you want to just have this big pizzazz show for people, or do you really want a lot of substance in this? And I do feel like it's like a duality of you. The old you, what people knew. It could have been like this either books, you know, to the books person, or this party person. You're at odds with identities of whatever phase of your life in this. So it feels like you have something to live up to, but you don't want to live up to it anymore, yet you feel like you have to. But you also want to show how much you have grown. So it's making a choice based on what, you know, personality traits. And I do feel like it's going to be, you know, the person that you have grown into, but you have to shake away from the identity of what was with you. But I also feel like there's a certain shame that is coming with that, because it's like you don't want to negate who you were or how far you have come. So Spirit is saying, okay, before you screw yourself over and make a decision that's just based on emotion, why don't you have some sleep with it? We'll give you some insight, and then you can make your decision. It's going to get to a decision time, and you might not have an answer until that moment. That's absolutely fine. When it comes, you will know. And this is going to be something that is for your growth and for productiveness and for breaking a cycle and doing something new and getting the stressors out of your life. All right, you. Am I feeling these? No. Am I feeling these? No. So I'm going to shuffle them in. So what are your plans for today? Gonna go get a cup of coffee? And I know I talk a lot about coffees because I love coffee. It'll be the one thing I don't give up. All right. So. Can I get more of the why on this? Okay. All right. I know that this probably sounds silly, but there's some people who you really love and care about in your group, and it feels like they have been struggling. You know, how far-fetched is that? I mean, look at the state of the world. What I'm saying is, I know that you want to probably downplay what you're growing into, how far you've come, and how grand it can be, because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. It's not an ego trip. You have done amazing work. And you want to know what? I have a feeling that this person who you are maybe downplaying this for, they're really working hard too. If anything, you should shine even brighter and be that encouraging life force. It's not a na-na-na-na-na moment. It's really not. It is encouraging. And I think that it'll be good for them to see you in your light and in what seems to be a rite of passage. So we have this at the bottom of the deck with that one. It's really working on your craft, and I do feel like this is going to be something that's really important for them to see in a very positive way. So, it's really important that you don't downplay your magnificence. I don't care if it's looks. I don't care if it's finances. I don't care if it's whatever scale in your life. Whatever it is that you are super proud of, I want you to boast about it, because it's not coming from a negative ego place. It's not like you are trying to make somebody feel inferior. And I'm being pulled to archetype cards, you. I want the top part. The slave. The gambler. Surrender your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. All right. This is going back to earlier in the reading when we were talking about, you know, waiting until the last second. So you can see in all ways on how this would play out. And that's why you're going to give it up to Spirit. Be like, all right, you want to know what? I surrender. You can ride this chariot. Take me to where we got to go. Wake me up when we get there. Then I will stand up on my podium and I'll be about it. But I'm going to trust that you get me there and get me there in one piece. So help me God, if a horse becomes lame in this one, I am going to kick you. And we have the gambler. This is talking about how this is a risk, how you can put this off for so long. It's not even procrastination. It's literally you waiting until you have enough insight on this one, waiting for some sort of divine message, and you'll get it. Before the last moment in the last hour, you'll have your answer. All right, so I'm being pulled to this one still. All right, what else do you want to say as far as archetypes go? Too many cards. I am not doing that. We have a king. Hey, you. How's it going? Enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. You are more than willing to help somebody get out of their funk. Obviously, if you only have the ability to do so, it's not you stretching yourself so thin that you break and drown underneath all that. You lead by example. I mean, we all have hypocritical moments in our life. Don't think that that's going to be something that's held against you. What I'm seeing here is the king is showing that you, showing how time can grow and change a person, is going to be inspiring for another person to see, and live by example, be about your truth and be completely immersed in it and not live a hypocritical lifestyle. I know that we have our hypocritical points. We all do. And then we get out of them. This is saying, don't worry about in this one. Just keep doing exactly what you know that you are here to do. And you know, if you don't know that, don't worry. It's coming. Okay. The alchemist wants to make an appearance. So we have transformation of base motives and goals into wisdom. I think I think I had a stroke. Sorry. So anyway, I think that you're going to probably reaching out to these people and not like pulling them through this, but showing them what they are capable of. And I think that that's great. I think that you'll be answering questions for them. And I think that you're going to give them a lot of insight. I think that it's going to give them an interest in a new direction. So, God, it feels like you're doing some sort of reunion in your life. You know how people have the 10-year, the 20-year, so on and so forth reunions, how we have family gatherings, you know, family reunions, all of those things. I feel like you are, in some way, shape, or form, having a reunion in your life right now. Not a bad one. Not a necessarily romantic one. I feel like this is just about getting into some sort of next step in your life, well, actualizing yours and helping somebody get into the next phase of their life, because I feel like it's really a ready time. So if you follow this advice, what is on the other side of this? I wish I could put music on this one because it's too, I feel like it's too quiet here, but I can't because I don't feel like going to jail for 10 years. All right, yeah. If you continue on this, reconciliation does look like it is a driving force, but don't let yourself be intimidated by it. This is a big karmic lesson, not a negative one. It does feel like it's harnessing power and also When hesitant to make a choice, waiting on it, not just jumping immediately and just hoping that you can swim in those waters. I'm not done yet. Collaboration, working on yourself, having something, having a lot to balance, having an entire workload, collaborating with somebody, and a lot of communication going back and forth, but also this is something where you are thriving. So I have a feeling once collaboration hits, it'll be something that is happening very fast. My only thing is, please be sure that you don't overwork yourself for the sake of getting another person up. Don't let yourself drown for that one. Pace yourself. And this is going to be huge. This is going to be something where it does bring out that passion in you. It's productive all around. So I really hope that that made sense. This has been your daily insight on life and love for July 4th. I don't know, what year should we do now? What year? What was a good year? I don't know, 11/11. Yeah, July 4th, 11/11, for whatever that means. Anyway, all right, daily insight on life and love for January 21st, 2021, also being timeless. So if you're catching this at any point, I hope that it made sense to you. If it didn't, I hope you enjoyed the show. In any case, either let it fall away or ask questions about booking a session and what services might be right for you. I hope that this finds you well. So, until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Go rock the day. Bye. Seems like your head, your heart, and your stomach are all in knots, not communicating, not able to make a decision on this one. It does feel like a crossroads. The decision, are you going to stay true to your progressive path? Are you going to try something new in this situation? Are you going to go a different route completely? This is something that you got to kind of have a little bit of sleep on so you can actually get some spiritual insight on this one, because I do feel like they are connecting to you, but you're overthinking this because you're nervous, and I get it. This is saying you have to do what's best for you, and you have to do absolutely something new in your life. This is going to change your entire outlook. It will be for the positive. Get some rest. Let the decision come to you. Let spirit tell you. I know that there's a deadline, but trust me, you'll get it beforehand. So anyway, I hope it goes well. Stay safe, have fun. All these cards are in reverse. I do feel a panic inside of you. Now, what I'm seeing here, it feels like no matter what you do, it's always the same story. You always get dragged back to this position at some point in the journey. There's no quick fix to this. Spirit is saying, don't try and take any shortcuts. Simplicity, yes, is absolutely fine. However, don't look for something that is just short-term, just to get you to the next step. We don't need that. Do something that's going to be a long-standing investment for yourself. This, I think that part of you is hanging on too much of an ideal situation, ideal outcome. Regardless of what it is, Spirit's saying you got to let it go. It has something much better in store for you. This potential and ideal and hooked on outcome of yours is keeping you what seems to be an emotional turmoil. It'll get better, but we have to look at long term with this one. So don't worry. Don't look for a quick fix. I'm stumbling on my words. I don't know, go look at the next reading. So you don't want to let anyone see you sweat. And I do think that you are maintaining a good sense of control over your either look of emotions, like your panic, that sense, or that, or you know that you're being overly emotional, so therefore you're not going to just react. I think that you're doing a lot of investigating in the situation, and it looks like it's about to undo a lot of personal politics. So what I'm seeing here is big positive changes. So it feels like that little pull back and then slingshot forward. This is going to be positive. What I'm seeing here is this change, it's going to be uncomfortable at first. You're going to look into it and see if this is actually something that you want because it seems so unexpected, yet it's going to clear the air on a lot of things, and it's going to allow you to start to see the positive in the situation again. It's going to allow for, we could always go with the healing thing, but I'm not really feeling that right now. I'm just seeing that there is a newfound sense of hope. So I hope that that made sense.